The Nikki Glazer Podcast. The Nikki Glazer Podcast.
Here's Nikki. Hello, here I am. It's the Nikki Glazer Podcast. I apologize for my voice this morning. I choked on some oatmeal, and now today, the rest of, just it got lodged in my throat. And I went on a coughing fit, and now I have a hoarse throat.
Old oat mouth.
Old oat mouth. Hey, if you want to see Anya Marina, the singer of our theme song, in New York City, you can go see her March 17th, Thursday at Rockwood Music Hall. I told her I'd give her a shout out for this because she's doing a live show for the first time in forever. And so if you're in New York City, Rockwood Music Hall, Stage 3, Thursday, March 17th. I know she would love to see any besties who are like, oh, I'm here because I love your theme song. Speaking of a theme song, I wrote one yesterday for...
We?
Oh, I knew you would do this.
You son of a bitch. I want not only writer credit, production credit, and if it goes syndicated, I want millions.
I'm gonna... Someday I'll kill you. I just want you to be warned. If you ever die, it will have been me. Just stop looking. Listen back to this episode. I did it, y'all. I did it.
Who are you, Carla?
I did it, y'all. Nikki, I did it.
That's who you would get to kill me for sure.
Yeah, I'd get her to hire you a Lars. She's my hit woman. Yeah. And then I'll need lots of Lars.
And then her boyfriend will go bury me. He'll put me on a skateboard. Take me to the park.
Good morning.
A gravity board.
You guys,
like
how are you?
I'm good.
Andrew's been up since the crack.
Yep, crack, baby. 5 a.m. workouts. Beat the sunlight.
David,
I've been listening to Goggins again.
Did you really? Are you listening to Goggins? You're in a Goggins. When's this gonna? This is gonna be your life now?
No, this is all gonna fall apart.
Wait, what did you say to me about a meme you read that was so funny about people that get up early?
Oh, people that get up. People that are like, I get up at 5 a.m. You're like, yeah, that's cool. You also go to bed at 7 p.m. You fucking loser. And that's me now. I went to bed at 9 p.m. last night.
I know. I went to dinner with Robin and Woo. And Woo is our...
I love Woo.
She's the best.
We have a funny joke going.
Well, Woo was the DP, the double penetration of our I love reality show. Yeah, our director of photography at our... Yeah, director of photography at... I know, I love DPs too. That's like all I watch.
I don't like DPs.
What? Really?
I don't like them.
It almost sounded like you said, I don't like to eat pizza.
Goggins.
Wait, am I saying, do I not? Okay, I should write. Goggins says, I don't like to eat pizza. Okay, so DPs.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Before we get back to Woo. Noah, you like watching DPs.
I had my phase, yes.
I know. Isn't it interesting we go through phases with stuff?
Like, what's your ideal DP?
I'm up to, dude, it's not good, dude. It's not good.
Would you date a guy with 2 dicks? I mean, that would be your dream then.
No, because they have to be they have to be apart from each other enough that they can be both.
Oh, you don't want like a splitting head turtle.
Well, there's, and you watch a lot of porn. Yeah, I don't want to. Well, there's a lot of porn that's like DP in V.
Oh, that's
versus
a lot.
Or DP in V. And it sometimes, I've watched quadruple.
Where's the 4th?
2, baby.
No mouth? I would have thought the mouth
but you don't count. That's called a spit roast.
Wait, you've seen a quadruple?
Dude, I've seen.
When does it stop?
That's what I'm asking. When does it stop? I have seen women that I'm very concerned about what is going to happen afterwards to them. But it's no different than watching a childbirth.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just put the dick in through a C-section scar. It's too big. They got to put it through a C-section scar.
Oh, they got to cut her open first.
Yeah, just to do it.
Yeah. I'm thinking just a scar. I mean, they got to fully.
No.
Yeah.
When does this end?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know because let me just tell you something.
It's so funny to have a big enough dick that you got to go C-section to get to the pussy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God. So funny.
Well, I'm at a point where if there isn't DP going on, I don't want to watch it.
Okay.
It's like amateur. It'd be like two teens making out. I'm like, this ain't gonna do it for me. This is not what I need in my own life. Let me just tell you. But this is absolutely what I need. I won't even. It's like child's play to me, and I don't mean to bring the word child into this.
Twice. Shots
Well, actually, a
fired.
couple. 3 times.
Yeah, 3
When did I
times.
say child? Oh, childbirth.
Childbirth, teen, kissing,
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, those were 18-year-olds.
Columbine, teaser.
In what I said. But
So
this
wait,
is where
what's your
is-
idea? One guy obviously in the butt. One guy, so what is the position though? Because
My
it's not
favorite is
easy.
when they're holding the girl.
hostage.
Well, that's part of the whole arrangement. That's the more figurative holding. When I like a girl that is not doing any work. They're holding her hands, they're holding her legs, they're holding her up. She's just being used. But she's having a good time.
That's what it sounds.
What
What's
is
that
that
song?
And there's a
She's
like a drink. She needs a cider drink.
She needs a handheld. She needs a leg down. She needs a cock in the ass.
Oh, Donny boy.
Wait, what was the song that you guys wrote yesterday? You started talking
It was
about
the
it.
theme song.
No,
for,
she wrote it, and then I definitely helped.
he
with
just goes,
everything.
yeah, I like that one.
Not true. Can you give me credit a little bit?
No. You helped like say which one, but
If I was a producer, right, and you came in and you didn't know me at all, and you came
you
in,
helped. You did help. You were like, I think that should be.
If I was
it shouldn't say
Pharrell-
alone.
If I was Pharrell,
And so I came up with another word that rhymed with home that wasn't alone, and
No.
that was me.
No, you added alone before home, and then you took out butt, and that was my.
Okay, I took out the word but that was like a connector.
It's only 3 sentences. That's 38% of the
And
song.
This was the theme song for
It's my
Perfect
theme
Strangers
song for my reality show.
Oh,
no,
okay,
for my reality show. So they,
Oh.
I got
we
asked by
co-wrote,
E
yeah.
to write my theme song, which is really nice of them. That's why
It's
I
really
love,
good. I'm
that's why
not
I love
kidding. I
E.
was
So
singing
cool,
it
yeah.
walking back to the car.
that's nice.
It's very catchy.
Oh, good.
I almost want you to sing it now.
know
No,
if
you want to
we
wait?
can.
We'll wait.
I don't know. I mean, I probably could, but I don't even remember it. It's like, I wanna miss my flight. I think I'll spend another night. Wait, I'm sick of wait, I wanna miss my flight. I can't. Something about the road.
Alone on the road.
Yeah, hold on. I'll let me look up the lyrics. I already forget the lyrics to a 7-second
That's 3
song.
songs. Yeah, as your producer,
It's
I also
literally a
forgot the
7
lyrics.
song.
Yeah. That's Pharrell. I'm just like Pharrell.
Okay, I wanna miss my flight. I spent too many nights out on the road. Can you welcome me home? Welcome home, Nikki Glazer.
Ugh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
So they're gonna they're gonna talk to the higher ups at E to see if
Maybe Avi
gonna
can
fly.
do it instead and be like, I'm going to miss my flight. Yeah! I want to
I'll
miss
have
my
him do a
flight. I feel so all alone out on the road.
wait. I'm
Can
not
you
even.
welcome me home? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Put needles in my dick.
Wait a second. What is your joke with Wu, our DP? She's also the DP.
Yeah.
She wasn't only the double penetration on reality show. She was also the double penetration on Perfect Strangers 2.
4P.
I
Isn't that
mean,
the
if
camera?
my job title was DP,
Yeah.
I would love
It's a
it so freaking
prestigious
much.
role. We should let everyone know. It's like
it's a very big role.
very
It's
important.
like your number. She's like so badass. I don't really know exactly what she does, but she sets up camera shots. She's in charge. She's like the
She's
woman
awesome.
in charge.
And
Yeah, she's so cool.
I joke with her a lot, and we have a joke. She's an Asian woman, and I go, I had no idea you were Asian until I saw you without a mask. And so now, every time I see her, she goes, Asian. She'll take her mask down and go, I'm Asian.
Wait, this is gonna sound like a racist joke, but it's not.
What I
It
just
could
said?
be. No. What I'm about to say.
Oh.
I only knew she was Asian because she was wearing a mask.
Oh, old school.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking her face. I'm talking the mask.
Yes.
Because yeah, I mean, I used to have a joke about getting a manicure, and what a dumb thing it is, like getting manicures, a stupid prison of, vanity for women. You're like paralyzed. You have these women doing your nails. You can't do anything. You just have to. You can't even talk to the woman doing your nails because she doesn't speak the same language as you because she's like a fucking slave most of the time. Well, in New York City, that was the way it was. And then I was like, And they're always wearing them. Now, it doesn't fly anymore because everyone knows masks. But the only people that were wearing masks before this were like your hand manicurists.
Yeah, ass magicians.
Yeah, hand ass magicians.
Yes.
Right, Noah? Like in life, you don't see people, doctors.
You would see it on
and
the
our-
subway, and it was Asian people, because I think wherever they originate from or came from, they probably wore masks because there's way more people, so there's way more likely.
And
Never
they're
saw it on
people
the
who care about other people.
Well, that too. Or they just care
And
about
so when they're
themselves a
sick,
lot.
no, it's about other people, actually.
I know. I always thought,
'Cause it's not
man,
about
that person
people-
must be really sick. That's how the American way. I was like,
No,
God,
that's
yeah.
true. They think they're sick, and so they're trying to protect other people from it in case they get sick. But they're also, someone that I knew taught in China and said that he was like hitting out the chalk, the erasers, and he was like beating them out, on like the playground, and the kids like screamed and ran because of the dust. Like they're very their culture is scared of, obviously their air is extremely polluted, so maybe masks help with that. It's better to breathe in your own oxygen. But I used to say about manicurists in the joke, I was like, they wear those masks because they know they're breathing in the same chemicals we are. They're just as close to it as we are, yet they know these are very harmful. And I go, that's probably their only good part of their day, is that they know we're getting cancer and they're not, from like dipping our hands in different things. But now it doesn't really work because masks are ubiquitous.
Well, now they wear two.
Yeah, probably. I always wondered, if you had one hand, would you get half off a manicure? And that is not me
Oh.
being quirky or funny. I really do wonder that.
Well, why don't you do this?
Chop off, go
No.
shark swimming?
Just go in there and go, I just want one hand done. Can we do a half off and see what they say? You don't have to lose your whole arm to figure this out.
But what if I want to?
Shark it.
Shark it.
Shark Tank. Shark arm.
Shark, hey,
What
sharks.
if she goes on Shark
I have
Tank?
an idea. I get one of my
Yeah.
hands bit off,
Okay.
so that I can go into a nail salon and finally answer the age-old question. If you have one hand, can you get a half-off manicure?
I'm listening.
But do you think so? I would do that if I ran a manicure salon.
I think
Half off for half.
it depends
the
how
job.
close it was to when they lost the arm. I think you get 10 years of half off, and then after that, I'm sorry. You just also, let's paint the nails on the little robot thing. The robot arm.
If we're really going at it, I mean, children's clothes are cheaper than adults' clothes because it's less fabric, correct? Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know, is extra large like
Well,
clothing?
that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole other bag of worms
well,
that we don't
shoes,
want to open up.
Big ass sneakers are more expensive if
They
you
should
have
be.
to
It's more
order.
fabric. It's more stitching. There's more to do.
Yeah.
But also, you shouldn't have to pay because your body is the way it is.
Exactly.
But also,
Unless you-
if I was a little person and I was getting a spray tan, it's going to be less spray. I'm serious. It's going to be less. It would take way less time if I was a dwarf. That's just true. So,
Yeah, Oompa Loompas paid barely nothing, I've heard.
I wonder what they used. I wonder if it was Sally Hansen on the set.
I mean, they were really orange.
I know. I mean, that's my goal. That's my goal.
asked for the
That's my goal
Loompa?
color. Yeah. Did I say it on the podcast the other day?
No.
I posted a picture of us with that fucking camel.
Oh, yeah.
And someone was like,
You made the
Nikki, I
camel
love
look
you,
pale.
but you look like a legit carrot. Did I tell you guys that? And I said, thank you. That's the goal. I
Surprised
would
the-
rather look orange than pale. That's
That's
not
why
an
the
insult
camel
to me,
tried
you
to
guys.
bite you.
That's a good
But you were a snack.
I am a snack. I love that when people are like, you're a snack.
I gave you to the camel open palm. You got to go open palm.
Oh, you got it. That's classic
Everyone
petting
knows.
zoo.
You got to go open palm.
I like that bit you have with Woo. What was I going to say? Oh, not only did I write did we write the theme
no,
song
I'm
yesterday?
just fucking around. It was
I'll give it to you.
88% you
Thank you.
out of 300.
I also wrote my first song top to bottom
When was
yesterday.
this?
Yesterday.
Was that included?
Yes, I did it. I wrote 3 verses.
It was cool. I motivated you.
Two verses, a chorus, a pre-chorus, a bridge, and a fucking outro. I did it. I finally did one song. Thank you
Yay.
to everyone who believed in me.
Oh, here we go. You sure you don't want to do this over Twitter?
I mean, what? What do you mean?
An acceptance speech?
Oh yeah, because the Oscars are on Twitter now.
Yeah, yeah.
having it out of the way, because I've been writing so many like little lyrics here and there. I've been writing just verses or choruses and like never putting it all together. And yesterday I sat down and I said, you're not getting up until you can it doesn't matter if it's good, you just got to finish it. And it's shit, but I finished it.
I don't know if it's shit.
It's the shit.
You are a very good writer, man. You got to get this fucking negative shit out of your head. Whoever tells you you can't be good for 30 years.
Your first song should be kind of shit.
You're a writer before you were a musician.
I know, but
You're not a fucking 12-year-old kid being like, I like cheese. Cheese is cool.
No, you know what?
Everybody.
I'm not, the words I don't care about as much as like I want it melodically to sound cool and different and like actually sound professional, and that's what makes it not that good because it takes so much. It takes so long to become good and unique about what your music sounds like. I mean, it's like comedy. It takes forever to find your like voice. But
my point though
I'm
is
always
you
like,
writing jokes for 20 years has helped you write songs. It's word economy. It's how rhythm. You understand
Yes,
rhythm
that's a good
better
point.
than when we rhyme.
Yep.
When we're doing Perfect Strangers, you're extremely good at it off the cuff.
thank you.
Like just
Jeff Tweedy, I was reading his memoir, and he was talking about how he writes songs. So he'll get like a melody, let's say, that's like, let's do the theme song we just did. And he just makes up gibberish.
that was for you, Ukraine.
Yeah.
You want to sing that again for our brother?
What if that translates to "I stand with Russia" or something? Oh my god!
Putin is the best. Nikki, this is not the best.
I swear to God, I was doing gibberish, you guys.
Nah, I heard Putin.
But he does that, and he listens to it over, and he starts like to sing it along. Because I hate to be like as a songwriter, but like when you are working on a song, it just gets stuck in your head, and you just like keep singing it over and over. And he says that the words will find him, like the lyrics, and that's what makes him such a great lyricist to me, is because he's very different than like Taylor Swift, where she's like very deliberate. She has like a storyline, whereas he's more poetic, like whatever words just seem to naturally go and fit in that. Sometimes his lyrics, I'm just like, what the fuck does this mean? But they have such imagery that makes me put my own story into it. I love the way he writes, but I thought that was very interesting, a different approach. Because sometimes with comedy, I think even you just gotta
but for me,
trust
some
it's
songs,
gonna come out.
Like Wilco, when I did listen to them for a little while, I got into that one song a lot. Obviously, that
Which one?
everyone did.
Jesus, don't cry.
That was one.
You can't rely on me, honey.
Honey, yeah. So that album.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics, when they're a little obscure, or obscure?
Yeah,
Upskirt?
sure.
When they're
Upskirt.
upskirt, I can't. They got to be a little
They
simpler
have to be
for me.
more. You like a country. Like I went down the road.
But even the Strokes don't really give you the whole story.
I mean, are we human or are we dancer? I know that's not the Strokes, but that lyric bothers me so freaking much.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it.
I know we have, but it's coming up again. I don't like it. It's coming up again like I'm about to vomit. I hate "Are We Dancer." It bothers me.
I introduced you to Dominic Fike a couple days ago. Remember?
Yes.
And so I watched the Euphoria finale last night.
Yeah.
And he's an amazing musician.
Yeah, we were talking about like hot guys.
Yeah, hot. And I was like, how about this young stud? Anyways, he played a song on the finale where I thought it was acoustic, and he played it for Rue or whatever, Zendaya. Mm-hmm. And I thought they were going to do like 5 seconds, of this song. Like, hey, what do you think of this? They did like a straight up, like 3-minute song.
Yeah.
And then everyone on the internet was like, what the fuck was it? Like, can we get back to the like just destroying this? And I thought this song was a beautiful moment. Like I'm almost
really
crying with how good this song is.
But obviously you kind of felt that way too, a little bit at first.
Yes, at first I guess because I thought
But
it
then
would
you
be
got into
quicker.
it.
Yeah, I got really into it. And I like him a lot.
Let's talk more about this kind of thing when we get back from break, because I have some thoughts on music.
Inside a show.
Just inside anything.
Coming in now.
tell Daddy to come down now. Whenever I go, Andrew, and you go, yeah, Daddy, come in. It still reminds me so much of the time that I laughed harder than I think you've ever made me laugh, which is saying a lot because I laugh very hard at so many things you do. We were at the baseball game, and every time a foul ball would get hit, it would come up in our section.
No, not even. Any foul ball.
Any foul ball.
It could
Any
be a home
ball
run.
that just goes
in the stands.
In the stands. Before it even starts going in the stands, I swear to God, before it even gets hit, Andrew knows it's going in the stands, and he just starts going, now come down, now.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Come on down now here, ball.
He wants the ball to come, because we were sitting down,
We had pretty good seats
Yeah,
that
so
day.
on the ground. I don't know where that is in baseball talk,
Yeah.
but we're on the level with the baseball players. And so it would get hit up into the stands, and it would bounce around. People are trying to catch it, and he would just go, come down, that's now.
My favorite part about that bit is the people looking at me like I'm an insane person.
It's so funny because my favorite part is that I know it started as a joke, but it became sometimes when you get positive affirmation for something that's funny.
Yeah.
And I think this is for most people. What causes you to do that funny thing again is not I'm going to be funny right now. It's your brain just has automaticity of just let's now do the funny thing always.
It's like when we say ham drip. It's like
Yes.
it's in
You
our brain.
have that Tourette's. You
Yeah.
have comedy Tourette's, and I
Basically.
don't mean to diminish Tourette's. I know it's a serious thing that people throw around a lot.
Same with comedy.
What?
You don't mean to.
I don't mean comedy either. Oh God, I would never ever associate what Andrew does with comedy. I know that
Thank
comedy is a
you.
very serious art
Way
that many
closer to
people take.
Tourette's than comedy.
Yeah. No, but you would just the knock of the ball, and you wouldn't even think usually for me, it's something funny is happening. Let me think of something funny to say. Now I'll say it. There's a delay of a split second, but with you, it's hit. Now come now. There's just
No, I think that's why you like me
epitomize
sometimes is
UCB
because-
shirts that say "Don't think," and that's what good comedy is when you stop thinking and you just do. The funniest thing happens. What was the other thing the other day? You were doing something the other day, and I was like, God, you remind me so much of something that in my life. And then I remembered it was Ava Ryan,
the 5-year-old
the little
girl.
the little 5-year-old Ava Ryan. Oh my God! And I tried to have her on You Up back in the day. She is so funny. Her mom, Katie Ryan, if you look her up on Instagram, YouTube, she's all over. But there's this one clip of, she's the funniest little girl ever, and she's not one of these Instagram, she was around during the Vine days. She was probably 3 or 4 when Vine started. And now she's 13 or something. So she's modeling for Gap Kids. She's so cute, but she's one of the most naturally talented, funny people I think ever to exist that I've seen. And as a baby, she makes me want to have a baby so fucking bad because there's this one clip that's my favorite, and it took me so long to find the other day. And I'm not even going to play it because I can just do an impression of it. Her mom's filming her, and she's just like,
2 Jews going to a bar, right?
she's
In that one?
yeah, it was that one. She's playing with her purse, and she's 3 years old, and her mom's like, "What are you doing in there?" And she's like, "Just putting some crap." And then she realizes she said crap, and then she looks at her mom, and she's just like, "Crafts." Cats. She just tries to cover it up, and it's so
funny.
so
It
funny.
is perfect humor.
Wait a second, Andrew. I gotta find it. I send it to you, right?
I think I don't.
I didn't do. I can find it. It's man. We fucking text a lot. You ever go back and look through text, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
I went to look for your Starbucks order the other day, and I was like, God, are we
You could do
having
a
a mental
search.
breakdown?
You
Huh?
could search. You could search your text.
No, I know.
But I
Sure.
don't even know how to search for what I was looking. Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah, I searched "venti" or "fired," and then it came up.
Oh, this is a George Costanza clip. God damn it.
I did
God.
send you a picture of Megan Fox yesterday.
Oh my God. I mean,
don't
it's-
know what's going on here.
Well, they just got a new cat, and I thought
Oh, I
maybe
thought it was
her.
Oh.
Ham drip. 8
Oh,
days.
that was cute. Wait, didn't we have another word for that when we said a word at the same? Not jinx, obviously, but
I don't
I
remember.
thought we had another word for it.
Yeah, it's out of control what these girls are doing to their face. If you want to go get on a deep dive,
Can someone put Megan Fox's head on that cat, please? Thanks. Or the other way around. Appreciate it.
I don't know. Do we want to? Yeah, we want that.
I'm not cat shaming. It's more about her. I would never make fun of cats.
It's insane. Like, I'm looking at the picture right now. I'm going to show it just on here.
I just don't get it. It's just, I'm not trying to be a dick.
wow.
I just don't. It's a filter.
Meow. She looks like a
She
Bratz
looks
doll.
hot.
Or like a filter. Like I really?
I mean, that's the look everyone's going for, dude. It's like, it's called the ponytail lift, and it makes your eyes go like this. Like, if I
Holy shit! I saw a TikTok of what you were talking about.
ponytail lift, it's for girls who are under 40 who don't, it's not a facelift. It's not going to like fix sagging skin. It just pulls. That's what Bella Hadid has. That's what Gigi Hadid has. That's what Ariana Grande has. Everyone's getting it. And it's a facelift. I mean, it's very invasive.
You go. I feel like I'm about to get attacked by a puma.
It really looks like, I felt like I need to slowly back away. I was like, remember your survival skills right now when you sent me that fucking,
It's just going.
it's just, and these waists and these butts. Have you seen Kanye, who every woman he dates is just a Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, replica.
It's like that Eminem video where he has all of the, hi, my name is, like all those. It's just, it's that for
He
her.
literally is just finding girls that look like Kim with less of strong opinions.
We both watched, well, I watched half of the Kanye doc. Have you watched the Kanye doc on Netflix, Noah?
Oh, I didn't even know there was
you
one
saw the Yee?
available.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
called,
will.
well, it's the worst name. It's called Genya. Jenyuh. Genia, like genius. Yikes. And it's like, it's not a good name. Sorry.
I thought there's an S at the end there.
No, it's YUH. I'm almost positive.
Oh,
It should have an S.
because genius has an S.
I know. I don't know. It's Genia.
Maybe that is genius.
It's all about Kanye when he first started. I don't know why this. Here's my thing.
It's the best
There's
documentary
like,
on earth.
if you guys have seen it, the guy who is the narrator talks like this. The whole movie, he's talking like this.
Kind of a Morgan Freeman vibe.
Sometimes Kanye, I believed in him, and then he didn't. Like, that is a spot on impression.
No,
by
it's
the way,
very good.
It's
When you sent it to me, I was like, that is
I was
Cootie.
like-
Cody?
Cootie. He was like stand-up comedian who started this.
He had a funny bit in the show. Did you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He had a cable access, show in Chicago, and he started following around all these rappers in Chicago. He started noticing that Kanye was like this up and coming, like really like a phenom. But I didn't realize. I don't know the history of Kanye or R&B or rap or really anything. I mean, European
Soccer?
war, anything. I don't know anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Any dynasties in China. I'm bad. I literally looked up the difference between NATO and EU because I know that Ukraine got in the EU. And I'm like, is that NATO? Is that a different word for NATO? Is it? Do you know, Andrew? It's not.
Do NATO.
Do you want to know the difference
NATO.
between NATO and EU? Well, I can't tell you because I read about it, but it didn't stick. Just like football rules, baby.
I can tell you how Kanye. I'll tell you everything about Kanye.
Oh, we should go toe to toe on what we both got from that Kanye documentary, and if who knows more.
Let's go right now.
Because I bet you were ticking and talking all the night through.
No, I wasn't. Not that one. Because one, I watch it on my fucking phone.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe a TikTok up on your old desktop.
Well, I did learn that you could watch HBO Max while looking at Instagram last night.
Oh, I know you can put it up in the corner.
That's amazing.
That's a nice little feature that they have. So now their numbers can be, even though they don't release their ratings,
HBO.
streaming services.
Here's the thing, Kanye, that documentary, no one filmed themselves so much before making it than him. You know what I mean? Like, he had this guy follow him. It's like me being followed. Remember there was that comedian Lev? He did a documentary of himself when he was like 20, and everyone made fun of him.
Yeah.
But if
No.
he was Kanye and that talented, he would have been a genius
I have
for
to
doing
say
that.
though, Kanye was having a documentary follow him, but he did produce.
The Blueprint.
Yeah,
6 songs.
He
You want to
produced.
keep going?
Well, he produced like H to the Izza, like whatever.
Izza?
Izzo. Yeah. Do you know what Hova is? Do you know where that came from?
Yeah,
I looked
NATO.
up. I'm always like, why
Yeah,
does
sure.
Jay-Z call himself Hova? What does that even mean? I know Hova as the HOV lane is like the carpool lane. Is the
I thought it's those shoes.
Do you know what Hova is? I looked it up because I was like, I need to understand this.
I know he goes like this.
I can't. Well, Hova is
You know, you got to.
Jehovah.
Oh,
And so he took Hova off of Jehovah, which is like a biblical name that he
maybe
wanted
he's
to
like a
have.
witness to things.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he's knocking on doors, bugging people during
Buy
supper
the
time.
CD. That's what Kanye did. I
mean-
mean, that was the beauty of it. Is like he was playing a song.
Yeah.
He just had no shame.
Well, Kanye did have shame. Like, there was the thing about Kanye is he knew he was the best, and that's what I loved about him. And sometimes I gotta say, I feel this way about myself. Is that I related to Kanye because maybe I'm a
Hey.
narcissist, but
Maybe.
I related. No, I mean, I'm not like, but I feel like
Hey.
you know what he said in the thing. He said the difference between me and I think, you know, there's many better comedy writers than, like, most better, like, I'm pretty good, but, like, I'm not the best comedy writer by a stretch. And Kanye would definitely say he's the best. So I'm not doing Kanye thing, but I related to when he said, he was releasing his own rap album and he had only produced up until that point, and no one was taking him seriously because they just saw him as a producer, a really good producer that would make amazing beats, and he would sell beats to people. So the biggest rappers in the world would just go to him and go, let me see what you got. And he would literally pull up in his car and like play them the beats, and they'd go, great. And then he would like hand them a CD, and it's like $500 or whatever.
500, like 50 grand.
Well, eventually.
Yeah.
But then some people were wanting them for free because they were such big stars that they were like, you should be happy to even have this. And but then he said when people weren't taking him seriously, he goes, well, guess what? Now I get to make my own beats. So people are gonna ask, oh my God, where'd you get this beat? And it's like, it's mine. You never even got to see it because I made the product. So like, that's kind of how I felt about, I guess, jokes or something. Like, I could write these for other, like, I being a joke writer for a TV show would have been very hard for me. And I would have felt a little bit like Kanye, like, of like, I gotta get, because I know Kanye probably didn't like having his name super small in the bottom of the thing on the record.
Yeah, I think.
I related to that of like, I don't think maybe I would do well as a writer, but
I feel like sometimes when I write jokes for Perfect Strangers for you, and like you're the star of Perfect Strangers. There are times where I'm like, I could host something. You know what I
Yes,
mean? In my
yes.
brain. But then I go, that could come in due time too. But I could also do this at the time where I'm making good money, and it's like,
Yes.
I could think past my ego.
well, you can think, yeah, instead of being like, I want that now, it's like, I aspire to that. Because I used to be behind the scenes of things and write for other people and be on people's shows and be like, I was the same way. Like, I'm happy to be here. It'd be cool to do this someday. I don't know that I'm necessarily ready, but I'm learning a lot. being
I
here.
think I'm learning a shit ton through this stuff.
Yeah, I
Like,
did. I
Also-
coached some Perfect Strangers hosts the other day.
Yeah,
Also,
that was
like,
cool
not-
to see.
Sorry, not having watched the documentary, I also think that like everything is a process, and maybe if Kanye didn't see his music played, you know, like by someone else and like being like, okay, well, I want to do this for me, maybe it wouldn't have pushed him to become what he is today.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's a
it's
part of
seeing
it.
How, oh man, because sometimes you give a joke to someone and I know that happens with Andrew. You'll give me a joke and I go, it's just not for me. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, it's so funny. And we all laugh in the room because Andrew's delivery. And it's like, it must be hard to go, oh, she's not going to use this joke that I know would work if she just said it like this, but she's not going to. And so it's not going to work. Like, Kanye was probably like, they're taking this beat that I could make fucking spin gold out of,
Right.
and they're just going to.
Well, Kanye was, if you watch, like, there's a couple of things about the documentary that I noticed about him. One, he's a little awkward, obviously. We all see that he's awkward now. But even back then, I think I don't know if he's on the scale of autism or not, but he's not like.
Scale.
Yeah. I don't know if he's standing on the scale, but if you see the other rappers, they're all very similar, and they're all very tough and like confident New York rappers. And then here you have a Chicago kid wearing a backpack with like a teddy bear on his head.
With his retainer. That's where
With
I
his
related to him.
Oh, when he took out his retainer. And that was before the accident, I think.
Yes, it was.
So I think he got overlooked because he was a little
when
awkward.
people roll their eyes at me when I have my Invisalign on the counter, just a random counter that I haven't wiped down, and I plop them right back in my mouth, or Kanye does it too. And I know that's maybe not the best thing maybe 2 years ago saying Kanye does it too doesn't sound the same as it does now. But when I saw Kanye do that when he was at like the pinnacle of his coolness.
I mean, he was a big producer. He was a big rapper.
He was with like the biggest rapper at the time. I forget his name. He called him. I don't remember his name, but he came in to listen to some of Kanye's beats, and that album that they're going over is like the Kanye album that I know the best. So it's just so gratifying to listen to. And but the guy goes, "What the fuck are these?" And he points at Kanye's retainers, and Kanye goes, "My retainers." So he goes, "Man, don't get that shit out of here." He's like, "I don't want to see that. That's not a place for it." He goes, "That's not a place for it."
Literally on the production.
And he didn't even move them. He just like left them out, and then Kanye plops them back in his mouth as soon as the guy leaves. It was so funny.
So I think that behavior and stuff like that, I'm sure other rappers were like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this guy.
I mean, when he goes in with his tape, College Dropout, he's playing, and it all falls down. I tell you, that song, All Falls Down. He brings it in, which is one of the best fucking songs ever. And who knows if upon first listen you think it's the best. He's playing it for these A&R people at Rockefeller Records.
I'm almost like tearing up because it's so
amazing.
amazing.
And he sits in these women's office and he puts it, on a CD player in these women's offices, and they are just having people come in and out with papers like they could give two shits. And the song is about black women and the struggle of a black woman. And he's trying to like kind of have it resonate with them, and they are just like, he's so awkward. He's like playing with the pictures on the wall. Like he's so awkward. Like
I know.
And they're like, "Oh, Kanye, look, he's gonna make it someday." And they're kind of like he's doing a documentary. Kanye,
like giving him a noogie almost. Like, oh, look at you.
But he knew all along. And I always used to kind of roll my eyes about his mom. Like I'm just like, anyone who just puts their mom in this pedestal, I always kind of go, what? And obviously it was very tragic that she died, and she was a single mother, and I didn't realize how amazing she was. And I don't know, and I know that's stupid
when
that
she
I
was
saw
talking
two
about
scenes,
being humble, like that whole thing.
but just the way she remembered his raps, and was like, "Remember that one, Kanye? Kanye,
Well,
remember
she was an
that
English
one?"
teacher. That's where.
And she kept saying, "Kanye, Kanye."
Yeah.
And she'd go, "Kanye, remember that one? That was so good, Kanye." She was just so gentle, so sweet, so encouraging, and very, very adamant about him staying humble and not being too braggadocious, and
he.
But also saying you're a genius.
When he rapped with Mos Def, remember when they're just backstage? And
Yes. Oh my God, that became awkward too.
But how
it went
good
from
was
awkward. No, because
because he
so
kept
Mos
going.
Def does like this thing where he's like, but he wasn't freestyling. That was a
No, it
real
was
thing.
it was a rap.
So
But
he's with Mos Def backstage. It was after concert, and they're all like kind of getting lit and like fucking drinking. And there's the documentary camera, which cameras weren't like always around back then. So I think they're kind of hamming it up. And Mos Def is like doing this rap that him and Kanye did together, and he's doing his lines, and it sounds amazing. Then it goes over to Kanye. You got to see it because it goes from being like, wow, that's good. Like Kanye and him are like getting along. They're both doing this. And then Kanye doesn't stop, and it goes. Does that same thing in comedy that Family Guy uses all the time?
Yeah.
Where Peter would do something like so dumb and just it'll keep doing it, and it goes from being funny, then not funny, to hilarious again because it keeps going. And that's what happens with Kanye. It goes from great to awkward to like, oh, everyone in the room is like, ooh, you show off, like enough. And then it goes to like, wait a second, he's
This
closing
guy,
it out strong.
yeah.
And then at the end, you're kind of waiting like, is everyone going to like this as much as he just did? And then there's, oh my God, there's so much to talk
And
about.
then when he
about the
rapped for
documentary.
Jay-Z, and Jay-Z
Oh, I didn't
taking
see
him
that
under
yet.
his wing,
I didn't see that
changed
yet.
everything. I mean,
I got to see everything. Oh, yeah. At the concert, at Jay-Z's concert.
No, in the production room, Jay-Z gave him a verse on one of his songs.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
And he just
Spoiler.
fucking destroys it. Just fucking destroys.
Yeah.
You got to be talented, though. You got to be talented.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what he knew he was. He had no question about that. And that's what you need is like the ability to, you just need that confidence, man.
Spaceship by Kanye is like one of my favorite
I love
rap
that.
songs.
I
Oh
mean,
my God.
that whole album came out my sophomore year. I just transferred to
You
KU.
picked a career.
Sophomore, 3 years, ain't put to career. She like, fuck it, I'll just stay down here and do her because that's enough money. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's get to the news. Like one story.
I love. We got to do deep dives on rap. I think it's so fun.
Yeah.
Just two white guy people just deep dive in rap.
I mean, yeah, I could. I need to learn more. Noah, let's get to the news.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh boy, it's Tuesday, folks. You know what that means? It is Tuesday. I hope you're having all the swells out there. And when I say all the swells, I mean all of them. Gobble them up. Let's
Every
have a good
single
time.
one.
Noah, what is the lines?
Okay, the headlines are
Shorten it up.
Saving
Genius.
time.
Genius.
Burglar.
okay. A man who was struggling to breathe was flabbergasted after Mount Sinai surgeons discovered a half-inch long tooth growing inside his right nostril.
Oh my God. A half-inch long. That's pretty long tooth.
I mean, he was turning into
In a
like a
no-
saber-toothed tiger.
In his nostril. Yeah, teeth can hide out in weird places.
That might be the funniest sentence you've ever said.
They do.
Oh, that was rich.
They
Can we
sometimes
just let that sit for a second? Because that was a fantastic line. That was so funny.
well,
Teeth can hide out, and you said it so amazing. They sure can, Nikki.
they sure can. They sometimes are in people's chins.
No, my roommate had one in her fucking stomach, a tooth
What?
that she didn't eat.
Wait,
it
Jen?
grew itself. Yes,
Jen?
she had to get it removed. Yeah,
Yeah, teeth are weird, man.
a
They're-
tooth. She had like a whole like other animal growing in their stomach. I don't know what it was, but she had a tooth, and it had an eye. I think. I don't know.
Oh my God.
So
I mean, yes. Okay.
The condition that he had affects 0.1 to 1% of the population.
Well, don't you think we'd hear about it more if it was every 1,000 people?
Yeah.
Why are we here when they give these stats of like it affects this disease where the guy who the boy who has no skin, it affects 0.01 people. I go,
Wait,
well,
there's a skeleton walking around.
no, like there's all these things that I watch from this fucking YouTube channel.
There's
I
a
follow
guy
called
with just
Truly.
ligaments walking. Just
Follow
all
the
tendons.
YouTube channel Truly, and you will see the boy with two heads, the boy who can't go outside, the girl
This is
who
your
has
porn search.
an umbrella head. Like it's just like
Call back, Andrew. The boy with two heads. Bringing up teenagers again. Fifth time. Okay. Okay, wait. Let's go back. Because if I told you that I was having trouble breathing and I said, Nick,
I think there's a tooth in there.
you would go, Andrew, read
Yeah.
the book, How to Get
I would say, Andrew, read the book,
rid of tooth
Healing-
healing tooth nose.
Nose Teeth by Dr. John Sarno. Yeah, I would go, you're full of shit. But if you go, it's 1 in every 1,000 people, I'd go, well, maybe you're fucking 1 in 1,000. But don't you agree those stats when they go, it affects 0.1? That means
yeah.
1 in 1,000, right? 0.1 percent.
I guess in the world.
1 is 1 in no, it's way lower than that. 0.1%.
0.1% of people would be
be what?
1,000. 1 in 1,000.
I can't agree with that. I don't think 1 in
Well, if
1,000 people
1%
have
of
a
people,
tooth in
how
their
many
nose.
is that? 1%.
We've met millions of people in our
I'm telling.
lives.
Listen to me though. If they say it affects 0.1% of the population, if they said it affects 1% of the population, how many out of 100 is that?
1.
Okay, so 0.1 is how it goes into 1 how many times?
I would say I'm not disagreeing with your math. I'm saying I don't. No, can you type? What's the name of this disease? I want to see.
No, I just read it. It affects 0.1% of the population, Andrew. I'm serious. That's 1 in 1,000 people.
I swear, I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I don't agree.
That's what
with
I'm
this.
saying. I don't agree either.
Oh,
When they
oh.
say that, I'm like, there's no way it's 1 in 1,000 people, but that's what it says.
What's the
Okay,
disease
wait. So
called?
this might make it more palatable because it has to do with a deviated septum. Right?
Okay.
And we know so many
Oh,
people
okay.
with deviated septums.
Well, or the just big noses that wanted to get
AKA
it fixed.
big nose in high school. Yeah.
Big Nose in High School is so funny. That's a new band we've added to the Swellapalooza. Big Nose in High School.
and Tooth Nose is
Yeah.
playing too. Wait, what? Wait, so okay.
So basically,
Here, what's
the deviated septum pushes the partition to the side, and it allows the teeth to grow up.
Okay.
So
I love
0.1
the description of these things of like the tooth being like, get out of the way, partition. Like it's like, I'm coming through. It always reminds me, wait a second. No, did you hang out with Hollow the other day? Yes, you did.
Yes,
you sent
I
me a
did.
picture. Did
So
you guys
fun.
have fun?
We had
Did
so
her
much
curtain
fun.
close?
Her curtain?
Okay, this is Hala's going to be
Oh.
laughing if she's listening to this. Hala was born prematurely. I don't know why I'm laughing already. Hala, please forgive me. But Hala
How
was
premature?
told she was really premature. Oh my God, the picture of her as a preemie baby.
She was
I mean,
so skinny.
I mean, she was. It was 1982. She was not supposed to live, and when they took a picture of her, she looked like a little elf on the shelf, like doll. And they crossed her legs for some reason, so she looks like she's just like modeling, and it's like a fetus with crossed legs. It's so funny looking, even though it's very sad because she was just so tiny. And because she was born premature, she has like obviously, she's pretty like she grew up unscathed. I mean, she pees when she laughs sometimes, but that could be a whole other issue. But she has this thing where I don't know if it's macular degeneration or something, but it's something in her eye that her doctor told her in high school that
A tooth?
that she would at one point go totally blind, and that the curtain would close.
Oh.
That it would just one day, it wouldn't be gradual. It would just be. But I always pictured like a little man inside her eye being like, "The show's over, folks," and like the curtain's like. And like roses are being thrown into her eye, like encore.
Yeah, bring
And
it back,
so-
and you can't.
She used to like get something in her eye, and she'd be like, "The curtain's closing. The curtain's closing."
Oh
Like,
my
she would
God,
just-
that is so scary, though.
I know.
She was
So
wearing
wait, so-
sunglasses the whole time, just so you know, because we were outdoors.
Oh, she does
couldn't
love
see.
Stevie Wonder.
Wait, can we?
Was she bumping into cacti?
Have they done anything medically where they think that?
No, I mean her curtain hasn't closed, so she's still fine. I mean, she's
No,
still,
I know, but they still think the curtain's going to close.
I don't know. We'd have to ask Hala.
Oh man.
But I just remember us
Why do
laughing
I feel like
about
that's like
it.
a
But she
woman
laughed
going
about
into
it, too.
menopause? The curtain closes.
You know what? Someday your curtain will close. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm at an age where like talking about menopause is starting to be a thing that I even wrap my head around. It's fucking nuts. Ugh. Okay. Let's keep going with news.
Okay.
What other-
Next story?
Abnormalities are found in bodies.
All right. A wave of sex mayhem has apparently been sweeping New York City, prompting residents to lodge an increasing number of noise complaints to a government helpline.
People calling 311 about some
That's right.
banging?
Yep.
Sorry, I
One
gotta-
complaint that was filed was about people dressed up as Freddy Krueger, Pennywise, and the Easter Bunny having sex as the theme song of Velveteen Dream, a pro wrestler blasted in the background.
I think the Easter Bunny got the wrong invitation.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny showed up to the wrong theme
It's
party.
like, what's going on here, Freddy? Pennywise?
I understand doing some fun sex
Furry
stuff
stuff?
with like masks, but not a Halloween mask. Like I understand like
hot
not
in
wanting
there.
your identity to be shown. It makes you kind of freer to like be yourself. Like sometimes I like a good sleep
about-
mask on so I can doze off in the middle of it, but also because I just want to I want to lose control, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like and protect like, you know, and in a group sex setting I could see how people would want a mask, but yeah, I mean that is.
I mean, fucking Freddy Krueger. That's like a boy with no skin.
Did you ever very loud?
What?
Have
you ever
had a
heard
noise
your
complaint
neighbors?
about you have?
Have you ever had?
I love when I hear fucking hotel
You do?
room people. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of hot.
I love it. I don't know why. Have you, Noah?
Oh my gosh! I used to live in an apartment, and I could hear the people upstairs banging all the time. From the bed.
I heard my dad
Everything.
banging once. That was a lot.
Really? Your stepmom?
I hope so.
Thank God I've never heard my parents. I think
You've
one time
never
my
heard them?
sister came in my room because my sister, her room was above my parents' room. And I think one time in high school, my sister was like, Nikki, I can't sleep. And she was like, Mom and Dad are making noises. And I was just like, get in. And I just was like, we just held each other like we were fucking,
And they were just singing
So
Louis
scared.
Armstrong.
yeah. Well,
You go downstairs, your mom's like, "Oh, and they are funky.
don't tell me don't sound like my mom can really hit some good notes on that song. She sings with my dad sometimes, and she does the hit the road jack. She does the that's what he was referencing, ham drip. Robin was saying that there's someone
Oh yeah.
in the room above her at the hotel you're staying at. Sorry, things are happening. There's a tooth in my throat.
1%.
I'm in the 0.1%.
Oh no. I believe you.
But
And you kind of do.
Robin said she heard someone jerking off, which is such a different sound.
Oh, that's a way sadder sound.
You know, of just like,
Just a. It sounds like a dog who needs water.
and just going, "Ugh," and just hearing the tissue thing go.
Yeah, yeah.
Did I ever tell you?
Such a sadder sound.
I've told this story before. I have to have of when I got
Caught.
written up.
Oh,
I was
that's cool.
I was staying at I was renting a place for like a month in LA, and it was like in this courtyard, and I know I talk about sex a lot in my sex life, and I'm so free with it and everything. I never want someone to hear me in the act doing it. It's not something I would ever be like, let's be loud so people know we're having sex. Like, cool. Which obviously seems like something I would do because I talk about my sex life so much. But there's something, nothing makes me
But
more
you are
horrified.
loud, though. That we've talked about this before.
I didn't know that I was loud until people started going, like, making little comments. You know, like, you know, the people I'd be with, their family and friends would be like, oh, well, we heard something last night. And I'd be like, I wouldn't even know what they were talking about because I would try to be so quiet. It would boggle my mind that they could hear me. But one time I got written up. I got a message while I was at work from the guy I was renting the apartment from. And he said, Nikki, I have to ask you, are you okay? I've gotten, there's been several complaints coming from my apartment of a woman screaming at night. And I just want to make sure everything's okay. And I was so, I know exactly what, I was so horrified. I didn't know what to do. And I was in a writer's room at the time. And I shared it with my friends to be like, what do I do? And my friend Benji Alflalo, I'll never forget, he was like, just tell them you had an audition. You were working on an audition for a horror thing.
That's really smart.
And I was like, thank you so much. And that's what I wrote back. And the guy knew what it was. He was trying to make it into a domestic abuse situation so that it would be like, he was trying to be like, I'm worried about you, as opposed to like, you're fucking and it's really annoying, so stop it. You know, it's like a different vibe to be like, I'm worried about you. There's someone screaming, but like people knew what it was.
No, it'd be great if like you kept going with that like audition. Like you're like, I got the part, and like 4 months later, you're on location in like the Sahara Desert. You're like, oh.
I write a movie around that scene so that the guy can. It's like a Seinfeld episode that gets, you know, like, now I got to do the movie, Jerry. Well, he's going to know. I don't want him to think I'm a failure and didn't get the part. I got to do it, Jerry. And then it's like I write a movie so that the guy, it all comes to fruition. I wanted to use the word fruition in this.
Do you know
podcast.
what the sounds was it just sounds, or were you saying words? Because I wonder if you actually thought you were getting abused or something.
I think I was screaming.
Just screaming.
Listen. Who knows what I was doing? Sometimes someone once heard me having sex and they said I sounded like they called me Wolfie the rest of the trip because they said I was howling like a wolf. I don't even know what that could be. But we got to go to break. We'll come back with Reddit dump. This is your Reddit dump. It's time for Reddit dump.
Dump away.
I will. Thanks so much. Okay, let's see what I got for y'all. Okay, so this was a really funny thing. It was on TikTok Cringe. It's a video, but I didn't send this one to Noah because it's like, it's not even worth, like, playing. It's this guy that went around his Brooklyn neighborhood, and he's like, imploring to all of like the guy at his bodega, all the guys on the street corner, like all these people in his little Brooklyn neighborhood. He goes around and he's like, I'm about to go on a date with my ex-girlfriend.
I know this guy.
And
like,
will you just
know him.
act like you know me? And like that I like saved your life and that I was there for you during COVID. And so like, then he walks around with his ex-girlfriend and all these guys are like, hey, Tony, you were the best, man. This guy's a hero. And they're like, hey, you still dating that supermodel? Like they had all these like hilarious lines. I mean, it's total bit. I mean, there's no way this girl actually believed it or whatever, but it was
the
funny.
camera guys just haven't. No, that's he was an open mic comedian with
He's
me.
funny.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sam something.
Sam Branowski.
Yeah.
So funny. Okay, this one. Oh, this is so interesting. Today I learned. Okay, less than half the population can actually smell asparagus pea.
Oh.
Do you guys smell asparagus pea?
Right away.
Okay, Noah, you have the gene that has it.
I guess.
Andrew, if you don't
I don't
know
eat
the
that
smell
asparagus
of
that much.
asparagus pea, then you don't have it.
No, I got it.
You do?
It
It smells weird to you?
yeah.
Well, this is interesting. I do not. It says there are two separate genes at work here. No, this is interesting. One is the gene that causes smelly asparagus pea. The second is the gene that allows you to smell it. So some people don't, their pee after eating asparagus does not smell, and they can smell other people's asparagus pea. And some people have smelly asparagus pea and can smell it, and some people don't have smelly asparagus. So I don't smell asparagus pea, but I could have it. I wouldn't know though because I don't smell it.
You can't smell your own smell.
But Noah has both.
I have
Because I'm
both.
guessing you smell your own pee, not others.
Oh, I
yeah.
hate it. That's why I don't like eating asparagus.
What does it smell like?
It's almost like if you turn pea into a soup. Like just imagine.
Pea soup.
Peace.
Do you also hate? Is cilantro like soap to you? You're one of those people, right?
Yeah, I can't eat cilantro. Don't like it.
I don't mind it. I'm not huge. It's not. It's.
Okay, I want to play the one, the poor Peter Parker one, Noah. This one is about how to do a ventriloquist trick. This guy is teaching you how to say things with your mouth shut, and you can say poor Peter Parker by following this guy.
Poor Peter Parker.
In honor of Spider-Man, this one is perfect. The letter P is very hard to say as a ventriloquist because you gotta go puh, puh. You gotta move your lips to say P. The P is hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace all those P's with T's. So I'm gonna say Tor, Teeter, Tarker. And I'm gonna try to do the lizard's voice at the same time. All right. So I'm gonna touch my tongue on the roof of my mouth for every syllable. So I'm gonna go like this.
Okay.
Tar, Peter,
Peter,
I'm gonna put my lips slowly together. Tar, Peter, Parker. 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 Tar, Peter, Parker.
Whoa.
So there's all these. I went through the subreddit, like the comments. There's all these tricks ventriloquists use to make the sounds, like to say fuck. You to do any kind of F sound. You use. Wait, let me just look. Fuck, it's taking forever to load. There's a trick for like every letter that's hard to say with your mouth closed. You know, like so you for P's you'd say T's. Here. Are you saying? Okay, yeah, say it. Put your tongue at the roof of your mouth.
And put the mic to your mouth.
Yeah, that could help too. That could really help.
Are you good at beatboxing? Can you beatbox? Have you ever tried?
Cats. Poutine cats.
Oh yeah.
Poutine cats. Poutine cats. Poutine cats. Poutine cats. Are you?
I mean,
All I know is poutine cats.
poutine cats.
Poutine cats. That was taught to me by Radu Bandar. Shout out. Okay. This was from Too Afraid to Ask, the subreddit. Is the sole purpose of wearing a thong to reduce panty lines, or is there another reason? Great question, because thongs annoy the fuck out of me. And I really think it's just because women don't want panty lines. But what is the problem with a panty line? It just tells people you're wearing underwear. What is the problem with wearing underwear? If you're not wearing underwear, then you're just getting all your juices all over your pants or your skirt, or you're not wearing underwear. And is it to seem sexy? Is it so distracting to see a panty line? Like, what is it? Why do we fear the panty line?
I'll tell you. It's because whenever I wear regular underwear, it always bunches up and gives me like a wedgie. So I'd rather a thong than a wedgie. Thong is
You'd
more
rather
comfortable.
just commit to the wedgie. Because
No.
a thong is a committed wedgie.
Oh,
It
okay.
is a committed It is.
Can
I like
ask a
commitment.
question?
Yes.
By like an hour of having the wedgie, do you even feel the wedgie anymore? Do you feel the wedgie?
No, because it is a constant wedgie.
That's what I'm saying.
And so after a while, it becomes like tinnitus.
Yeah.
I think is the way you say it. It's just like
Tooth and nose.
you don't. If you focus, tinnitus is annoying for people all day long, but it's like that fan. You know when you hate the sound of a fan whirring, but you're like sometimes you forget about it. That's to me what wearing a thong is
Is
like.
there anything about having getting shit on it? Because I would think about it.
Yeah, I used to have a joke that my dentist used to know I wasn't flossing or wasn't wearing a thong because wait, what was it? He knew I used to. Don't you hate when you have to lie to your dentist about that you haven't been flossing wearing a thong or something, and that how my thong had like he knew I didn't wear it because my thong had blood on it.
Oh, blood on it. Yeah.
No, someone said that they wear a thong. In the comments, they said they wear a thong because they get acne on their butt cheeks. Okay, and then they don't when they wear a thong. Someone said, no, that was a good reason. Someone said I use cotton thongs and they are the most comfortable underwear I've ever had. I don't. Someone says I don't like feeling the sensation of the underwear edge on my cheeks. When I wear regular underwear, I feel the line on my butt of where the underwear ends. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's settled, but I still maintain that I think
Maybe when we
they're
get back to
mostly
St.
for
Louis,
avoiding panty lines, and I don't like them.
I'll buy a thong and I'll wear it all day and I'll see. Just
I think
to
it's
see.
different with balls and stuff, you know, like because
yeah.
it really sometimes even I have like a baggy pussy day and I don't want it to be so scrunched up in that thong. And sometimes it splits your vagina in half. Like the thong rides up in between your vagina too.
Like Noah giving a blowjob.
Yeah, it splits you. It's with her nose.
Callback. Hand drip.
Like 83 episodes.
84 episodes.
Yeah. This is from the subreddit Bone Apple Tea, which is a great one for us because it's about mispronunciations and miswritten things. And it's, obviously Bon Appetit. Someone just one time on the internet wrote Bone Apple Tea instead, and everyone thought it was so funny. So this is from the subreddit Bone Apple Tea, and it says, and it's a review of a business, and it's giving it 1 star. And this is someone writing a review of a business who just didn't really know what this turn of phrase is. And maybe you recognize this, Andrew. What kind of business is this? They hire off-putting delivery drivers who look sketchy and like hoodlums. Off-putting!
I mean, that's.
Dude, you're not the only one.
I don't think I'm alone.
Off-putting. There it is, folks.
Did she get shit for it?
No, I mean, it's a screen grab of someone else. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
so
they
you don't
found
see
it.
comments
Yeah.
on it? Feels nice.
I love it. So then there was the Ask Reddit. Men of Reddit, what's something you've always wanted to ask a woman but thought it would be too embarrassing to ask them? So some of the questions are, as it loads, so sorry. Come on.
Do you ever know
Come on.
that
What? What do you want to ask me,
get rid
Andrew?
of fat underneath your chin by putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth? I just thought of it because of the Peter thing. If you suck on the roof of your mouth, this fat will go in.
Well, I remember girls used to be able to do like a froggy thing where you go like, and I think that's where
whoa. Yeah.
I think that's doing it. So final thought, men of Reddit, what's something you always wanted to ask a woman but thought it would be too embarrassing to ask? Someone said, I always assumed periods were a constant stream of blood. Apparently this is like a cut, as another Redditor put it. Apparently this is wrong, so how does it work? Small gushes? So he didn't think it was blood gushing out all the time. He just meant during your period it was constantly dripping out. Is that something you relate to thinking?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I thought that was interesting. 'Cause
I don't think
probably-
it's constant, but
I would probably think the same thing.
Is it?
No. It's like it comes out like with your muscle, like when you sneeze, when you get up from a chair, different like kinds of gravity push it out, but it is. And then there's days where it's heavy, there's days where it's light, and it can go back and forth between those days. It's not like it starts light, goes to heavy, and then goes light again. It's not always like that. Right, Noah? Would you say the same thing?
Yep, exactly.
So wait, it
And
starts
it's
heavy.
gooey and warm.
But sometimes it can start light, go heavy, go back to light, go back to heavy. Like it's not one
Stream.
curve.
It's like a
perfect bell
family,
curve.
like a Family Guy bit.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a Kanye fucking freestyle. Here's another question. Do you really like it when men roll up their sleeves?
Oh, that is a good question.
I loved that question. And the truth is yes. Because it just looks like you're getting down to business.
With every shirt?
Someone said, yes, can't really tell you why. Something about the forearms. It's important to note that it's a phenomenon specific to having long sleeves that are rolled up. A shirt with 3/4 sleeves does not produce the same effect. Noah?
I never thought about it, but yeah, I guess I do like it when sleeves get
It
rolled
just
up.
already like gets me kind of horned up to think about that, to think about my guy rolling up his sleeves.
Yeah, it's like I'm down to fuck. Like I'm ready to go. Or build you a house.
Okay, let's go to one more thing. Oh, okay. I love foreigners doing American accents or like non-speaking English people doing fake English. It's just so funny to me to hear what we sound like to other people. So this is an Irish man doing an American accent, a thick Irish accent. You can hear it slip out sometimes, but he's pretty good at say. And this is the funniest part about this is the things he picks to say that are so American. And this guy is so hot, by the way. And this is on TikTok Cringe.
Howdy, dudes. Sorry to barge in on your game of Texas Hold'em, but I have not chill news. Brett and Cody are in hospital. They were driving their Mustang Chevrolet truck up in Boston City, but the motorway was slippy, and they almost hit trees and ended up hitting a Starbucks bullet factory.
Starbucks.
The car looks like absolute shite, but the boys will be grand. Hey, the American football match. Wow, is that a HD television? Remarkable.
H.
Pass me some
Remarkable.
crisps and a red Solo cup and a Budweiser camouflage.
Budweiser camouflage, a Starbucks bullet factory.
Wait, what? Is he an actor?
No, I mean he's just a fucking Irish TikTok guy, but he should be. He's a gorgeous man.
Yeah, he's a good-looking man.
But I just like the idea of what people think of us, a Starbucks bullet factory or whatever the fuck you said.
I mean, he nailed it.
I just send me any people doing fake English things. I love when we're made fun of by other people. To close this out, I liked this. What life hack became your daily routine? What life hack became your... This is from Ask Reddit. Someone said, I flip my pill bottles after taking them so I remember if I took them or not. Really helps if you take the same pill in the morning and at night. Wow, that's a good one.
That is good.
Because I really forget if I take
forget every
shit
time.
all the time.
I forget every time. And I only take one pill now. I
Wow,
forget.
that's good. Okay. Someone said sleeping with a pillow between my knees, no more lower back pain. Someone said the chef who taught me to cook said at the get-go, 90% of cooking is cleaning. So just like clean while you cook, pretty much. Someone said don't put it down, put it away.
Don't
Don't put it down,
That's like
put
that,
it
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
so
then you're gonna have
good.
to do it twice.
Washing dishes while cooking. Someone said that's another one of those cooking ones. I bought 24 pairs of the same socks and threw the rest of mismatching ones away. Man, I gotta do that. But I can never find a sock I want to commit to.
I don't understand where they go. I know it's an old hack, but boy, where
Where
does
the
that...
fuck do they go, man? Well, you just learned how to clean out the dryer lint thing, so maybe they're all in there. You didn't know that that was a thing to
I
clean
thought
out.
that was socks in there.
Someone said, moisturizing my face right after a shower. Oh God, welcome to being a woman. That's a man, I'm sure. Someone said,
Bringing tissues into bed before you masturbate.
oh. So you don't have to get up and like carry the puddle to the
Yeah.
or
just
walk with it on you.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to sleep in bed at night, I go over what I did that day and think of everything I did in a positive light or as if it's part of the goal I'm working towards. Wow, is this fucking Kanye? I've never been depressed or at least diagnosed with it, but this helps feeling like I've accomplished something and I can feel better about what I've done. Celebrate every little thing you did, and also it helps me fall asleep a bit faster. That's good to go over your day, even if it's been completely worthless, to go, this one thing helped me get to this next thing.
Like counting sheep reminds me of.
Counting crows.
Counting crows.
It's been a long day and I spend most of it in bed, but at least I can say that maybe I'll write a bit about depression someday and be able to use what I learned today. Okay, right? I mean, even on a day where you spend all day in bed, maybe something that happened that day is going to lead towards. There's no wasted moments, but
Never.
God, it feels like it, especially like the last riff. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We'll be back tomorrow.
I got zoned in. It zoned me in, though.
Oh man, I felt like you were zoned out, but
I
no
was
matter
zoned out while being zoned in, if that makes sense.
No, it seems like a compliment wrapped in an insult.
That's what it was.
We gotta go to Perfect Stranger Set. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you tomorrow on the podcast. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Hey, I'm coming to Austin coming up, and also a lot of other dates: Winnipeg, Vancouver, Austin, other places in Texas. fucking Nashville, Ryman Auditorium. I mean, so many dates I can't even like.
Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, New Orleans, Houston, Dallas.
Come out and meet us. VIP
Irving.
tickets available at they'll be at the if you can't get them online, you can purchase them at the merch booth too. So I hope to meet you guys there and see you there. I can't wait. All right. That's it for us. Don't be cut and
Jack Osborne.